So, thank you very much.
KL, you captained Ravi Bishnoi in Punjab, and obviously, I mean, you've played with Marcus Stoinis. Your thoughts on the retentions? And I know you can't give too much away. Whatever you can give me on the auction strategy. How do you approach a mega auction like this? Nothing like this has happened before for years.
Yeah, not for me as well, because this is the first time I'm part of the big auction. I was with Punjab as captain, but we went into only smaller auctions, and there were only 2 or 3 places that we needed to fix, which wasn't really that hard. But this is a lot harder. The idea behind Stoinis and Bishnoi, I think, is very simple. When you're trying to get 3 retentions, you want to get like 3 pillars sorted. You have an opening batter in me, you have an all-rounder in Stoinis who can bat number 5, number 6. So we've seen that in Big Bash he's even opened as well. So he's a very flexible player. He gives you a 6th bowling option as well. And Ravi Bishnoi, like Gauti Bhai said, is very exciting. He's young. He's a wicket-taking option, and we've seen in the history of IPL that wrist spinners have done really, really well. And wrist spinners in this auction, again, whoever is available will be hot. So we felt like getting all of us would give us a good start as a team, and then we can build around it. Yes, Marcus I've played with in Punjab as well, and he's a very committed player, and he has a great energy around the team. He's a brilliant team man. So one of the best all-rounders going around right now in limited overs cricket. So I really wanted Marcus to be part of the setup, and Bishnoi, I played with him, and he has a big heart for a youngster who hasn't played for the country or hasn't played too much IPL cricket. He showed a lot of heart. He wasn't scared to be in a fight. He wasn't overawed by the international batters he used to bowl to. He wanted to be in the fight. He wanted to bowl to the likes of Pollard and Russell and Hardik, Rishabh Pant. Whenever they came in, he said, "Bhaiya mujhe bol do. I want to get their wicket." So that's the kind of attitude you like in a player, and he's a young guy, and I know I can see him playing for the country for a long time, and also playing for India really soon. So it'll be good for us to be part of that journey for him and support him as much as we can.
You are in that comfortable position, unlike 1,000 cricketers who have enrolled, who has a very good contract and an established position. How are you looking at the auction? It's going to be exciting for each one of us who are in different positions consuming the auction. How are you going to look at the auction? Have you thought about it? That, okay, I don't have to bother, but several people will be picked up, and it'll be an exciting spectacle.
Yes. An exciting spectacle, and it's probably a bit of a relief to have this sorted before that night and sitting there waiting. And we've been in lockdown the last couple of times that this auction's been on. So we're sitting there waiting, watching on the computer or something like that. So it will be a different experience. And I'll be watching it with a different lens this year. I'll be watching it knowing what team I'm a part of, speaking to KL and Sanjeev and the leadership and the captain, coach and all that sort of stuff about who we might target. I'll be watching it with an excited lens as to see how it unfolds. It's the first time in a long time that there's been this style of auction, and there's 2 new teams. So lots of friends are going to be in the auction, so I'll be interested for them as well.
when you approach a mega auction, you've also not been part of any of this when you did Pune. So what are your thoughts? I'm sure you're preparing your back end and all. How do you approach a mega auction like this?
With an open mind, with a plan, but completely open mind. There will be moments in those 2 days when you'll have to think on your feet, when it's not going to go as per the way you want it to go. So you'll have to think, you'll have to respond, you'll have to act fast. So there will be certain decisions which will be based on logic and data. There might be a couple which will go on instinct. I remember it was when we were doing the Pune auction in the second year, and there was a question of Ben Stokes. And the analyst had told us that he is not somebody who's consistent in his temperament. And the ECB will only allow him to be there for 12 games. And I was looking at his track record of winning games. And I said, you need to win 8 games out of 14 to get into the playoffs. If he can deliver 5 games for me, that's my job more than 50% done. So I went for broke on Ben Stokes. And I forget exactly what we paid. It was 15, 16. I don't know what it was. Some in those days, reasonably high sum. Or whatever it was some reasonably high sum in those days. And Ben Stokes actually delivered 5 games and almost a 6th game to us. And so it was not a decision which was based on logic. The coach said, don't go beyond 10 crores for Ben Stokes. That's the ultimate. But it was that instinct at that point in time, and that paid dividends. So sometimes it's not only logic, it is a little bit of instinct. And I think that is what sport is. In fact, that is what anything is.
So, thank you very much.